Let's go live. Oh my gosh. Hi there. I'm Alexandra Harbushka, founder of Life With Herpes, founder of alexandraharbushka.com, founder of the Secret Society Wellness. I'm really excited to be here with you, and I have to go quick because my little boy is waking up. I have its monitor right here so we can listen to it together. All right, let me get to the questions you guys have been asking and let's get going. Hey Dan, how are you? Okay, let's get to the questions that we have. Haven't been on a live forever. How is breastfeeding? Oh my gosh. I love breastfeeding. It's like my favorite thing about being a mom. I really struggled with it in the beginning, and I also totally made fun of moms that breastfed like past 6 months. I'm like, that's super weird. And now I'm almost a year and a half breastfeeding, so I'm into it. It's the best thing in the world. It's just, I absolutely love it. So, thanks for asking. Okay, how close are we to a vaccine? I read an article published yesterday that we're staying close. A herpes vaccine, you know, they are getting closer and closer in trials. I do not know. This is something that I've kind of stayed away from in the sense that I don't want us to live our life waiting for a vaccine. I want us to live our life and enjoy our life. We don't know if the vaccine is going to be a vaccine for people who have not been diagnosed with herpes, or if it's or if it'll help people that have been diagnosed, if it'll help lessen their daily outbreaks. So we're not really sure. So that's what I'm trying to say is I suggest that we live our life and enjoy our life. If there happens to be a vaccine, awesome, great, awesome. This is something that impacts the majority of the population worldwide, so that would be great. But at the same time, I just don't want us to sit back and not live our life, not go forward in relationships, not go out with people, not date, be scared to disclose, all this. So I would say, let's live our life. Hey there, is it Sarah? Cool. Using an antiviral on condoms, what are the chances of transmission? So without using an antiviral, without using condoms, and not having an outbreak, a female to male has a 4% chance of transmission. A male to female has a 10% transmission. Condoms less than that percent, between 30 and 50%. Antivirals less than that by 48%. So basically, if you're using a condom and antivirals, you have a very slim chance of transmission. So it lessens it significantly. It doesn't mean it's impossible, and it doesn't mean that it's like a cure-all fixer, like don't have to worry about it. It's still something that you have to have a discussion with your partner. This doesn't mean like, oh, I just used a condom and antivirals, why do I need to tell anybody? No, you still need to have the conversation with the partner and let them know, and make sure that they're aware and okay with this decision. You just received homeopathic medication from back home and was reading on Google too that they cure herpes. That's great. I think that there probably is a cure out there or something that will suppress it. At this point, there is no cure for viruses. Once virus is in our body, we have it for life. So we can't remove a virus from our body. I just want to make sure that the word cure is not, I don't want to toss that around. Right now, we do have a solution. We have an antiviral. It's FDA approved. There are other homeopathic or natural things that we can do. So that's great that you found a solution. Things like Lysine, things like boosting your immune system. I like to use our Secret Society Wellness products because they have essential oils and lysine and other products in it that will help suppress an outbreak topically. So I think that's great that you found something. They use drugs like nitric acid, Mercosol, Sil, and more. I'm not quite sure about what all those things are. How long do I think I'll keep breastfeeding? I want to breastfeed him for the rest of my life, but that might be super weird when he's like 25. You know, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I love it, and it's like the best thing in the world. You can hear him. He's talking. Have you ever used lemon balm to suppress outbreaks? Yes, I have. I've not used just lemon balm. Our Secret Society Wellness oils our Everyday Wellness Oil has it in it, so I use that topically. It also has other citrus oils, and it also has tea tree oil, and it also has lysine in it, and it also has CBD in it. So yeah, I do. I think it works great. Can I take lysine while pregnant or trying to get pregnant? Or trying to conceive? So here's the thing. I did not take lysine when I was pregnant. I took lysine trying to conceive. But I did not take lysine while I was pregnant. The only reason is there's no studies done, so I didn't want to be like the volunteer for it. I'm sure if you take it, it's not a big deal. Again, I'm not a doctor, and I did not take it. Lysine, but do remember, lysine is something we consume daily. It's something that we consume, no matter what we eat, it's there. It would just be adding more to your diet. Taking lysine irritates the anus area. I'm not sure about that. Potentially it's suppressing something that was going on there. I'm not sure. I've never had like irritations from it or heard of people having irritations from it. What can I help with prodrome symptoms? Okay, so a couple of things. The sure thing, it's not for everybody, but the sure thing would be taking the antiviral. If you have prodrome symptoms and you're like, I cannot handle it anymore, I'm tired of this itch, tingle, burn, the antiviral works, and it works really well at suppressing that. If you don't want to take antivirals for that, then I would recommend Lysine. I would also recommend Monolaurin. I would also recommend our Secret Society wellness products. I don't mean to harp on it right now, but these are a lot of questions that have come up. I think that they are great. People swear by them. I use them, and the CBD helps with any of that tingle or that annoying pain that might be dull pain, but it's just that annoying pain. Okay. How often do you get outbreaks now in your postpartum? I've been on a big streak. I'm not going to lie. I was good after having Clinton, and then I had a lot, and then I didn't have a lot, and now I have a lot. I don't know. I think that my body's still figuring itself out with the postpartum. What to do if Valtrex doesn't help? I would potentially talk to your doctor about switching if you want to be on it daily. There's Valtrex, there's valcyclovir, there's acyclovir, there's different antivirals you can take. Some are branded and some are generic. So the valcyclovir and acyclovir are generic. The Valtrex is the branded one. It's the original recipe, quote unquote. You could potentially see if a different one helps. I'd say if that doesn't help, I'd look at your diet. I would look at potentially are you eating high arginine foods? Are you eating things that cause outbreaks? Are you eating lots of sugar? Are you not drinking enough water? I'd look at those things. Does shedding only occur when you get your outbreak, or can it happen anywhere? From my understanding, that's a great question. From my understanding, it's only where you get your outbreaks. It's only where you are, quote unquote, infected. I don't like to use that word, but it's only where you get it. So for example, I don't have herpes on my arm. When I shed, I'm not going to shed on my arm, right? I'm just going to shed in the area in which I have herpes. So that's from my understanding. Hi, Alexandra. Do you share drinks with your family? I was not sure what to do when having an outbreak. When not having an outbreak. No, of course, if I am having an outbreak or think I'm having an outbreak, no, absolutely not. If I am not, then yes, I do. I just feel like that's part of life. That's part of a family. That's what you do. So yes, I do. I don't get outbreaks often, and I've had it for almost 20 years. So I've had it a long time. Do you know anything about equivocal blood tests? I was told it's hard to test for HSV2 if you already have the HSV1 antibodies. It's not hard to test for HSV2 if you already have HSV1 antibodies. Your body will create new antibodies based on the type that you have. I have both. I test positive for both. So I would say that potentially you need to go back in the future and get that tested again if you're worried about it. You can hear my little boy. He's ready. Do you think it's necessary to disclose to family and friends? No, I would say if you're going to expose them to it on a daily basis. So for example, if you have oral herpes and you're sharing things, then yeah, I think like if you share lipstick with your sister or something, I don't know, then yeah, I think you should disclose. But if you're not sharing and you're not going to expose anybody to it, then there's no reason to disclose. I always go with this: no reason to disclose unless you're going to expose. That goes for family members, that goes for friends, that goes for dates. There's no reason to disclose to a date you have herpes if you're never going to sleep with them. There's no reason. You read somewhere that the viruses antibodies are almost identical. It's hard to tell. Correct. The viruses antibodies are pretty identical, and therefore it is harder to get both. Like, meaning most people that have one type don't get both types. However, it still is possible. I have both types. It is possible. But you can use, if you have it, you will still test positive for it. All right, guys, I'm going to go. As you can see, my little boy is ready. I loved all these questions. Thank you. I will see you all tomorrow. And also, guys, I am going to start doing these lives on Life with Herpes starting next week. So if you guys are not following Life with Herpes, go on ahead to Life with Herpes on Instagram and follow us. There we go. So follow us there. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. If you're local in Las Vegas or local to get here, we have the retreat, guys. Friday, Saturday, Sunday here in Las Vegas, July 30th, 31st, August 1st. This weekend, I just finalized the menus. We're having mimosas. We're having a pool cabana. We have some great guest speakers, all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm excited. Join. Come. Links in my bio. Okay. Bye, guys.